Nice and bright, I might add.
That's right.
Morning.
Very fall-y.
Ron the Car Guy is here from Westside Auto Pros.
I'm going for that pumpkin look today.
Well, you can wear that all month.
That's right. I might carve myself, too.
You're already carved.
We'll just get some Sharpies and we'll draw like little marks on you. You look like a gigantic jack-o'-lantern.
There we go. Wire me up with some light bulbs. I'm good to go.
Be like Uncle Fester, put one in your mouth. Perfect. Well, that's the whole idea. But we're here to talk about a lot of things that are going on at Westside Auto Pro.
We are.
And let's not forget to start things off with things happening at the Rescue League tonight that you're involved with.
Tonight we're having the Ladies Car Care Clinic at the Animal Rescue League. We've had a great sign up for it. I think we've got close to 30 people that are going to attend. And you can show up at the door at 6:30 if you want. There's a $25 fee. All the money goes to the Animal Rescue League. And Ron the Car Guy will be there. We've got a presentation that I've been doing for about 4 years. I've updated it to some of the new stuff now.
Now, this is good because this time of year, you need to start getting your vehicle ready for the colder weather, too.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And we're going to have complimentary wine and some snacks and hors d'oeuvres as well.
There you go.
Yes.
Yes.
So somebody's going to be there, I can tell.
I'll bring an extra case.
You had her with wine.
No, this is a great idea. You've been doing this for a while and have raised a lot of great money for not only the ARL, but I'm sure helped out a lot of women in the process of helping out with their automotive needs. But I love what you're talking about today because I'm very much in this situation when you're talking about budgeting for car repairs because it's something you don't always think about. Like every time I go to Westside Auto Pros, you guys are always screaming at me that I need new tires. And I know I need new tires. But it's like I don't have the money for tires right now. But it's like maybe this is something I should have thought of a while ago because eventually your car is going to need some repairs.
That's why we're starting a new charity, Money for Jackie's Tires.
Please help me get new tires.
We're going to do a Facebook contest. We'll get you some tires, Jackie.
Well, I'll eventually get them because after
you can ride to work for free this week on darts. So
that's true. Free transit this week, all week with darts. So I'm saved there.
Your tires put on.
But after you guys have told me about the third time you need new tires, it's like, okay, I need to start putting money away. But I should have thought of that maybe months ago as opposed to when you're physically telling me you need new
Eventually,
tires.
one of those tires is going to blow out, and you'll have no choice but to buy tires.
Right.
So, I mean, it'll come sooner or later.
If you buy one, you might as well get the whole set.
Absolutely, absolutely. Sometimes there's a rebate. I mean.
But it's the idea of budgeting ahead as opposed to being stuck in a situation.
Absolutely.
And that's kind of what you're touching
And you're certainly not alone in that, Jackie. I mean, I see it every day. I mean, car repair is unbudgeted, and oftentimes, when people arrive and the car's broken, they're upset. They're not upset at us. We don't take it personally. But it's a bad situation. The car's broke. They're inconvenienced. The money's not there. It wasn't budgeted. Who wants to budget for car repair? And so I did a little research into this and worked with AAA on it to find out what is the average cost of car repair a year.
Good question, yeah.
And what I found was the average car, and keep in mind the average car is 11.2 years old.
Okay.
So it's there's gonna be some. It is right now 11.2 years old is the average car on the road in the United States. So you can keep your car a little bit longer, Jason.
Yeah, I guess so.
But anyway, someone's got to have those 20-year-old cars to get the average up to 11.
Yeah, I've seen them.
But
that'd be me.
but anyway, the average car goes into an auto repair shop 3 times a year.
That often?
Well, you figure your oil changes.
Well, true. Okay.
If you put 15,000 miles a year.
Okay, that's okay.
Yep,
that's true.
Yep.
Okay.
And this is maintenance and repairs. So the average car goes in 3 times a year, and the average repair or per visit, the average visit's $404.
The average visit is
$404.
Now, that's the average. That's not the typical oil change.
Well, so let's say you go in for your oil change and it's $40 or $50, and you go in for a second oil change and it's $40 or $50. Well, there's one stacking up there. One of those times you're going to go in, you're going to have a $1,200 or $1,600 bill, but that might be the time that you go in, you need your tires. And of course, what happens when you take tires off? Then you find out that it needs brakes and the ball joint and the alignment. Yeah. But for budgeting purposes, if you figure the $1,200 a year, that's $100 a week. It's roughly $23 a day. Yeah, $100. Yeah, yeah. So $100 a month, $23 a week.
Okay.
We can do that.
$23 a week. Okay.
Exactly.
That seems doable.
Exactly. Get the piggy bank out. And now, that's car repair, that's maintenance. That's not gas, that's not insurance. I mean, that's your different budget. fixed cost.
You multiply that by about 10 for the fuel costs.
Unless you're running on compressed natural gas.
That's true too.
We got that covered too.
That's another episode of the previous one we can show you again.
Go back to the archives at
there you go.
AskAroundTheCarGuy.com.
Which is where they are.
Actually,
Exactly.
you should, because it's pretty fascinating stuff. But
Yeah,
anyway.
yeah, and the coveralls are kind of cool.
Yeah.
But anyway, you also have to keep in mind too. You know, let's say you start budgeting $23 a week next week. Well, in 2 weeks you want to put those tires on. Well, you only got $46. It isn't going to happen.
Right.
And so the other thing to look for that most auto repair shops and dealerships have is a lot of times they'll have some type of an interest-free financing arm that can help get you through that big repair. We've got a couple that we offer through like Wells Fargo, GE Capital, and stuff like that, where you can stretch it out for 6 months. At no interest.
Oh, really?
Exactly.
That really helps a
well,
lot.
it does. Let's say your
Nice.
transmission goes out tomorrow.
Oh,
You're not expecting a $2,000,
I'd say a couple
$2,500.
grand, yeah.
Exactly. And that helps kind of stretch it out a little bit too as well. But for budgeting purposes, figure you're going to go in 3 times a year at $404 a time, and you should be in pretty good shape.
That's
Okay.
good to know. So
Yeah.
for you, just skip one of your 3 martini lunches every week.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
And you have enough to get
Just one.
a set of high performance tires.
But I love that you've done the research. You told us a number, because as wonderful as my dad was about teaching me about budget, that wasn't one of the one of the envelopes or one of the things he said to
He
save
probably didn't budget. I mean, most people don't. I mean, I've
This is the first time I heard that number.
I don't budget for car repair. I mean,
Yeah, you know somebody in the business, though.
well, yeah, I do.
Do what I say, not what I do.
But just skip on a couple pair of shoes a year.
But it's smart. It's very, very smart, because
Exactly.
those things always pop up at the most inconvenient times, it seems
do,
like.
yeah.
Absolutely.
So why not be
Absolutely.
prepared for it?
So
Be
if
like,
somebody
you know
does
what,
have a
I'm
repair like this and they need to make a pit stop and get it fixed, where do they go?
Well, we'd like them to come to Westside Auto Pros,
Okay.
or at least come to the Ladies Car Care Clinic and learn about it.
There you go, even better.
That's
All
right.
So that happens again, one more time, that happens tonight, correct?
That happens tonight. It's at the Animal Rescue League. They've got a great auditorium that we're going to use. It starts at 6:30. We'll have you out of there by 9. I'm a little long-winded, so it might be 9:15. But we've got wine and snacks and a free gift. We're just going to have a lot of fun.
It's
And
gonna
all
be
the
very
money
cool.
benefits the Animal Rescue League.
Cool.
That is awesome that you're doing that. Ron,
Yeah.
awesome. Great job again, as
Thank
always.
you.
One thing we love about you, Ron, not only the information you give us here every Tuesday, but of course what you give back to the community. And we just want to point out that Ron did bring in a huge amount of coats for our coat drive that we're
Hey,
doing
can you see
right
the
now.
hangers over there?
It's getting full to the top, and a big part of that is because Ron the Car Guy. So thank you again for giving back to the community. And if you'd like to donate some coats, we'll have more information on that coming up.
I'm going to hold off the long weather as long as I can, but it can only last, so long.
That's right.
There you go. All right, we'll be right back. Totally Serious News is coming up next.